guys, I'm HybridFoxKid and welcome back to the Blocks SMP. It's been a fair while since we've last been at the Oasis, and I think it's about time that I actually got some progress done in this area. So while we were gone, I did end up building another building a little while ago, which is essentially a food and rocket station where you can just fill up your necessities, so in case you get stranded, you can always just stock up on things and then go back to your base. So yeah, that's that building, and then we have a cute little bridge going over to the next part of the area that will eventually one day get renovated. But today's not that day because we are working on the main part of the Oasis, somewhere in this upper area over here. So I think what I'm planning is for the build to go here. So when there is a building to be made, we all know what we gotta do. Time for the time lapse. And a nice quick time lapse for our tiny little Oasis build. I gotta say, I really like the design of these houses, but they are a little bit tricky to get down with the intricate little details with a couple parts, so I kinda like it. I think it's cute. And the official third building of the Oasis has been put into the server, and I gotta say, it looks rather nice. I like the little balcony area, it's kind of adorable. But yes, there is absolutely nothing going on the inside at the moment, and nothing in this little area. It's pretty much all for aesthetics. So what my plan is to make a whole bunch of barrels, because I like barrels a little bit more than chests. I don't know, they're just aesthetically pleasing. So let's make a whole bunch of them. So essentially the plan for this building is to dot barrels everywhere, and then every week or so on say Sunday, these barrels will get refilled with different kind of items. It could be a diamond, it could be a whole bunch of pickaxes, it could be pretty much anything. Anything and everything will be in these barrels, and it will get changed out every single week, so you can come here and hope to get something good, or just get a whole bunch of building blocks. So that's my plan for the area. It's going to be like a trader's outpost, which I kind of like the idea of. So yes, I think this is maybe going to be the amount of barrels I have. Maybe a little more. No, I don't like that. Okay, take that one down. Yeah, so I think this is probably the right amount of barrels. And then I'm going to just decorate around them and make it look like they're not floating absolutely everywhere. There we go, the shop is all done. We've got a bunch of shelves up so it doesn't look like the barrels are floating everywhere, and I think it looks rather nice. I have a little lectern over here that kind of explains what this shop does for anyone who's not sure, so let's just have a quick read. Welcome to Lucky Dip. This shop is stocked with random items that will be changed out every week, Monday 8 PM AWST. You are welcome to take as many items as you'd like, and you are welcome to add anything to the chests as well. Good luck! There we go. So that's essentially the point of this store, is to just chuck a whole bunch of items in and see if anyone needs anything. But we can't open the shop just yet because we actually need to go grab some stock. So let's head back home and see what things we can throw in there for now. Okay, so we are back at the base. Let's grab a couple shulker boxes and then fill these guys up with some items that we're going to use. Okay, so I have a full inventory. Let's chuck these things in. So we've got some skulk blocks, some skulk sensors, a couple bits of mud, some redstone dust, some honeycomb blocks, and some honey blocks with a couple candles, smooth quartz block, lilacs, peonies, rose bushes, sunflowers, and a couple bone blocks. We've got some birch logs, some oak logs, some scaffolding, some oak leaves as well, glow lichen, and maybe a sea pickle. People might like sea pickles, and some amethyst. And then for the last shulker box over here, I want to put some more rarer things in there. So let's go to my ender chest and see if I want to drop off anything that might be remotely useful. I don't know if I want to give away my sponges just yet, so I'm just going to hold on to those ones. I might grab some elytras. So yeah, let's see what we got. So let's take 2 elytras, chuck those in there. What about in here? 4 blocks of diamonds, 6 blocks of diamonds. Sounds good. I can also give them away some music discs because I've got 2 in my inventory and I need to get rid of them, so they can go in there. And then everything else is kind of outside of my base, so we gotta go adventuring to fill up the rest of this area. But first, before I leave the base for good, let's quickly head over to my villager area and get a couple weapons and stuff like that. So pickaxes, axes, swords, everything else under the sun. So let's go talk to our blacksmith and see if they can give us anything good. Let's go, and I'm not sure, maybe 2 axes, a shovel, maybe 2 shovels, and maybe 2 pickaxes. And these will be fully upgraded as well. So there we go, those guys are all in there, and maybe a stack of emeralds, that couldn't hurt. So yes, the rest of these we got to fill up with other things that are actually outside my base, so let's pick up all of these guys, and let's head out on an adventure and see what else we can pick up in the overworld. So the first thing outside of my base that I want to go and grab are a couple of Totem of Undying. There is a villager outpost just over this way. I'm pretty sure it's not too far over here. I saw it a little while back, and it's actually really close to my base, so it's going to be a good place to hopefully find a raid captain. And then we're just going to have to find a village to be able to activate it. There we go, it's right here. Let's see if we can find a raid captain nice and quick. I don't think... Have I checked this chest? I don't think I have yet. Hello? Anything good? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's find a captain. Here we go, here's the guy we need. So time to take him out and get the bad omen status. There we go, perfect. Okay, so now all I gotta do is find a village that's not my actual town, because I don't want to destroy my town and all my leaves, because the Ravagers are definitely coming down. So let's fly over in this direction, and I'm pretty sure just to the west of my base there is a village. It's actually, technically speaking, south. My base is a little bit strangely orientated, so I don't really know like whereabouts it is. There we go, this is the village, so my base is literally right here. So hopefully this will activate the raid and my base won't. There we go, here comes the raid. Perfect, so now all we gotta do is take on the raid and hopefully get a couple of Totem of Undying. And maybe a couple other things as well. Where are they coming from? I have no idea. Those poor villagers. Wow, there's actually a lot of villagers here. Huh, I'm so sorry to do this. Hey mate, I want your totem, come here. Come here, why are you so hard to catch? There we go, got your item. Got your item. Hi, how we doing? And die, okay, beautiful. Well, here's another one. Hello. Another two. Oh, hello. Oh my god, there are so many. Okay, we got another one. Oh boy! Ow! That hurt! Okay, we're doing okay. And we got another one. Oh, we got a head as well. There is a Ravager right on my tail, and I don't know how I feel about this. Hopefully we can take him out without a Vex wanting to end me. Jeez, okay. These guys don't like me very much, do they? And dead. There we go. The raid is done, and woo! I got the hero of the village! I don't really think hero of the village is... Ah, fireworks! Yeah, I don't really think I'm the hero. I kind of brought this destruction upon these guys. They were living a nice, peaceful life. Now look at the land. I've totally destroyed it. But, despite that, we actually got a couple of things. Hey, let me in your house. There we go. We got 4 Totems of Undying. That's not the ideal amount I wanted. I swear there were way more, like, evokers that I saw. I just wasn't able to kill them, so I don't know where they put their stuff. I'm gonna have a quick sweep of the village, see if I can find any more totems. And if not, we'll calculate how many we have at the end. So I had a little look around and 4 was all I can find. So I'm gonna chuck 3 in there and maybe give them 2 saddles as well. So yeah, that's perfect. So let's go out and find another item. So I think the next one I want to go for is some mangrove wood and maybe some roots, because I've seen a couple people actually use them for build. So let's grab a couple of those as well. And here we are back in the mangrove swamp once again. So now all I gotta do is chop down a whole bunch of trees and get all the resources. So I'm thinking maybe 2 stacks of the actual roots and then just filling the rest of the chest up with the actual logs. So let's get started with this and get this area all finished with. And there we go. We have the last of the items we need for our shulker box collection. So now it's just time to fly home and actually chuck everything in the shop and get the shop open. So let's try and remember where I need to go. This direction. Okay, we are back at the shop. So now essentially all we need to do is place all of these items in all of these barrels and yeah, just arrange them and make them look nice. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of stacks and just throw them absolutely everywhere and hope it looks aesthetically pleasing. And to finish it all off, let's chuck a diamond block in each of the chests, just to be a little bit nice. And with this diamond block, the Lucky Dip shop is officially finished and it looks rather nice. Very cozy, very squishy, but nice nonetheless. So yes, with that, the shop is officially finished and everyone is now welcome to come down and take as much as they want. And hopefully they'll get lucky with a couple resources they actually need. And with this one being done, it officially means that the oasis is getting a little bit bigger. I do like how it turned out. It does look really, really nice. And yeah, I do need to add like a couple extra to the oasis, like extra rocks and a little bit more detail to the floor. I'll get to that eventually. That'll eventually be picked up. So yeah, we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. I'll probably have like an in-between episode where I decorate this area just a little bit more because it's not to my standard just yet. We'll have to wait and see. I'll come back when it's done and be like, hey, look what I've done. But yeah, that's for a couple episodes in time. But for now, let's pick up our other shulker box and I'll come back for him. Let's head back to Honeycomb Ridge and do a little project over there as well. So we're not just spending today in the oasis, we are also going back to Honeycomb Ridge. And we are back again in Honeycomb Ridge, and I've actually already built up the exterior of this building here, and I actually mixed it with deep slate and the mangrove wood, and I gotta say, mangrove with deep slate looks so nice. So on the inside, my plan is to make a library, and this is gonna set up all the lore and all the story parts of my actual area. So yeah, let's get that started and chuck in a whole bunch of bookshelves. And at this point, I have already discovered that I have got nowhere near enough bookshelves, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more farming. And that's plenty for now. So I sorted out the amount of bookshelves we're gonna need for the lower layer. I'm gonna do a little bit of decorating down here before I mess with the upper layer, because I'm going to be taking out a couple bookshelves just to make sure I don't get too many bookshelves and then just run my resources dry of like cows. I have destroyed every single cow within like a 2,000 block radius of my base. There are no cows around here now. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start decorating this area, because this is looking a little bit bland. So let's use our good old deep slate tiles and create like little archways. I was originally planning on doing like stone, but I think stone suits more like the walls and the floor instead of being like the pillars and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna stick with deep slate for this one. So I'm just gonna create like little barricades here, and then maybe make like a little archway, maybe one block down, like so. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then in this lower area here, I am going to use the chiseled stuff, because I do like the chiseled deep slate and it looks really nice. I have been using this throughout my base the entire time, and I just think it looks nice and pretty. So let's duplicate this throughout the rest of the base and make it look nice. Well, that doesn't look ominous and a half. So what I'm going to do is, like always, add a little bit of acacia trapdoors, and I think maybe acacia trapdoors all the way through. So just lining this entire top area here, and then flipping it all down. That might look nice. I don't know. I love acacia trapdoors. They look really nice. And does that look nice? Oh, I really do like that. Okay, that's nice. So now it's time to actually add detail into this area here, because I don't want it to just be plain books. I'm debating on adding a couple of empty shelves, maybe a couple note blocks to spice it up, and a couple ladders, just so we can make it look like that people need to reach the top shelves. So we'll chuck a ladder here, one here, and now I'm just gonna dot around a couple of empty shelves just by breaking down a couple of areas. There we go. You can never go wrong with a little bit of greenery. And as I said before, I do want to chuck in a window, so maybe one here and maybe here as well. Now let's see whereabouts that pokes out in the building so it doesn't look awkward. We'll wait and see though. See, hopefully it looks nice. Oh, there is a child. Oh, that does look a little bit awkward. Maybe I might chuck like 2 windows up here as well, just to try and even it out. Let's see. It shouldn't look too bad. It looks kind of okay. I probably just need a couple more windows up here. Maybe here? Let's see what this one looks like. A little bit higher than the ones in the bookshelves. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna go with it. See how it looks like after. And as I said before, the whole point of this location is to hold books that actually hold lore about this area. So it tells us about the snake, the founding of Honeycomb Ridge, and everything else under the sun. So I'm just going to pop a couple lecterns down and actually hold books in there. A little bit later on, I'm going to write up all the lore, and once I've got it all finished and all complete, I'm going to chuck it in here and actually probably read it out in a later episode. So keep an eye out for that one. It shouldn't be too far away. I do plan for it to be relatively soon, but I'm just gonna have to sit down and write. And I'm not the best with writing, so we're gonna have to wait and see how it goes. So yeah, a couple of lecterns down, and yeah, I think this is looking rather nice. I do really like this. So now it's time to actually move our attention to this area over here. So what I kind of want to do with this part is maybe just like a little reception desk. And then maybe like a couple of tables where people can actually sit there and read the book that they lent out of the actual library itself. And there we go, the lower part of the library is all finished and looking rather nice, if I do say so myself. I kind of like this area, but there is one thing I feel this area is missing, and that is a receptionist. So let's go grab ourselves a receptionist, and I think I have the perfect idea for one. So this entire base kind of spawns a whole bunch of cats, and for some reason the cats always mingle over in one area, and it's just on the back end of my mountain. This little mountain over here officially turned into like Animal Mountain. There is so many animals and so many cats. I don't know why, they just keep spawning and they all just come over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch myself a cat, and I'm looking for the little grey one. We're gonna be getting Bishop today. Bishop is a cat that I had in my previous world, and I was gonna bring him over, but I just didn't ever have a chance to like bring him over like officially. So I think now is a perfect time. So all I gotta do is actually catch him and hopefully not kill him. Hello Bishop, please be my friend. Haha, first one, there we go. Ah, Bishop, you knew you wanted to come home with me. Okay, Bishop, this is your new forever home. You sit here and judge people immensely. I gotta say, this is probably a good place for him. He's very, very cute and very, very judgmental. But we still have the upper area of the library to do, so I think I'm gonna do all of that off camera and just cut back to when we're done. It's gonna be kind of the same as the bottom, just, yeah, more bookshelves, so yes, I'll cut right back in just a second. And the upper part of the library is all finished and done, and yeah, it's exactly the same as the lower area, so yeah, it's just more of the same, more bookshelves, more looms, and everything else. But yes, with that, I think I have done a lot of progress for today. So we've got the library completely finished, and we did stuff over at the Oasis, and as I said before, I'll try and get those books written up, and once I have them done, I'll read them all out, and yeah, add a little bit of extra detail into the story of Honeycomb Ridge. But with that, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. So if you guys like the video, give the video a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to stick around. Oh, good, I'll see you guys next time. See ya!